Hey there bosses, in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you how to find freelance work at in-person events. And you'll want to pay special attention to the content in this video because this is the exact strategy that I personally have used to generate over $3,000 from one client just in the last 6 months. If you're new to this channel, on this channel I give you tips, resources, and strategies on how you can make a living with your writing. If that sounds like something that you can jive with, go ahead and hit the subscribe button to join our community. Alright bosses, so I am going to be talking about how to find freelance work at in-person events, but before I get started I want to say this, that I know a lot of you reach out to me and let me know that finding freelance clients is so hard and that you're not finding freelance clients and that nobody's biting and so on and so forth, and I just want to encourage you and say I know where you are and I know where, because I've been there, and it can be frustrating, but I can assure you that if you keep on pushing and if you keep on just course correcting, because sometimes it's not that you're not reaching out enough, sometimes you're just using the wrong approach, but as you continue to test different things, eventually you'll find what works for you. It can be frustrating, and that's why, you know, if this was something that everybody could do, everybody would be doing it. And because entrepreneurship is like that, or running your own business or starting your own thing is always like that. So I wanted to tell you, don't lose hope, keep persisting, keep going, you will get that first client. Okay, so when it comes to in-person events, it's super important for you to not go into in-person events being super salesy. Now, when I talk about in-person events, I mean anything from conferences to in-person meetups to meetup.com kind of gatherings. I personally attend a monthly meetup here in San Diego that is hosted by Pat Flynn, the one and only Pat Flynn, and it's a San Diego entrepreneurs meetup. And through this particular meetup, I have generated clients who have paid me money, and it's super exciting to know that just being involved in this community has brought me money month after month, and you can do the same thing. So like I said, when you go, you don't want to be super salesy. You don't want to go there and be like, hey, I'm a freelance writer, here's my card, here's my card, here's my card. Everybody is not your ideal client. That's a mistake a lot of people make. People think that everybody is their client. Everybody is not your client. For instance, on this channel, I speak specifically to people that want to make money writing. So if you're thinking about blogging, if you're thinking about freelance writing, if you're thinking about even writing your own books, which I'm going to be having some videos coming up soon on that, then this is the channel for you. If you are looking for beauty tips, this is not your channel. This is not the channel for you. And so in the same way, not everybody is going to be your client or going to be your ideal customer. So you have to think, who are your ideal customer? Who do you want to potentially work with? Is it with small businesses? And what kind of work do you want to do? Do you want to write blog posts? Do you want to write emails? And you could do a combination of these things. You don't just have to lock yourself in one place. However, you do have to present, kind of like what you do to people. And so for me, for instance, when I go to these meetups, my listening ear is open, and what am I listening for? I'm listening for people who are talking about, needing help with SEO. I'm listening out for people who are saying that, I want to start a blog, but I don't have the time to start writing. Listening out for people with problems like that. And then after the meeting, for those specific people, I walk up to them, or I remember my very first client I got through the meetup. After a meeting, I emailed her and I was like, hey, at the meeting, I heard that you were talking about needing so and so help, and I can help you. And the very next day she called me and we started a working relationship, and this was earlier on during the year, and we've worked together for almost 9 months now. Okay. And then another one, we had known each other for a year, and even though she had not given me any work, she had contacted me maybe 6 months ago to let me know that she was transitioning. She was a copywriter and she was kind of transitioning to something else, and so she wanted to be able to refer her clients to me. And was I okay with that? Of course I'm okay with that, right? So it's absolutely important for you to go in with the mind of, number one, listening to people's problems, listening to where people may need help, also just being there and forming relationships. The biggest thing that you have to realize with freelance writing, and I think, I hope this comes across when I speak, is that it's not a business that you're going to build overnight. And definitely, if you want to find quality clients, you're not always going to find them on platforms like Upwork or Fiverr, even though I have talked about those platforms as places that you can get started with. All right, it's not the place. I don't think it's a very, very good long-term strategy. So you want to build relationships with people that can potentially lead to those bigger jobs in the future. So if you're going to, number one is to start attending events. Look within your city. Go to meetup.com, and I'll leave links below this video. Go to meetup.com and start searching. All right, go to places like Eventbrite and see what events are going on in your city. Attend those events. Sometimes it may require a little bit of an investment. I say it's an investment because a client you could get from one meeting could pay for that event over and over, maybe 10 times that ticket that you bought for that event. So see it as an investment. Then when you go, make sure that you're listening out for problems and concerns that people have. And then once you have listened out, present yourself as the solution. It's kind of like people that have a headache. Tylenol or Advil is always a good place for them to go, right? Because Tylenol has positioned itself as the drug that solves people, so that cures people's headaches. And so you want to think, okay, what are the headaches that people have, and how can I solve those particular problems? And when you begin to do that, especially with in-person events, because you have not met the person face to face, it's easier. The barrier is easier than even trying to reach out to people online. And the next part of the equation is build good relationships with those people. Do good work for them so that they can refer you to other people. Let me tell you, business people are super connected, and they may know somebody that will blow your business out of the water. So make sure that you build that relationship really well. You develop that relationship really well. You build good work for that person so that they can refer you. So that is it. Go to in-person events, listen out for problems, and build relationships, and you will find freelance work. So let me know what your biggest takeaway from this video was in the comments below.